Okay, welcome everybody to using AI in your business. Again, this is not a rebroadcast. It's just a recovering of the same course that I did back on the first Tuesday. I have actually added a couple of more websites. So if this is your second time here for this training, there is going to be more material than what I covered last time. So for those of you here last time, you probably realized I covered a lot of material. So anyway, as we're getting started with artificial intelligence, one of the things I like to cover is let's go ahead and just look at what the definition of what is artificial intelligence. So let's just go to, like, say, a website like a Wikipedia and type in artificial intelligence. I want to get rid of this little button that you do not see. It's kind of annoying. So let me get rid of it. There we go. And if I were to type in artificial intelligence, just going off of Wikipedia, it says AI is the intelligence of machines or software. What's this pop-ups? As opposed to the intelligence of humans or animals. It is a field of study in computer science which develops this and studies intelligent machines. It's also referred to as intelligent machines themselves. Now, AI has been around for a lot longer than you have thought. For an example, if we were to go to, I don't know, say Microsoft Word as an example, and I were to start typing something, Jack went up the, I'm going to definitely misspell right there. This is artificial intelligence that's basically saying you don't mean whole, you mean hill. So our AI has been around for a lot longer than you've thought. So this is where now out of the ones that are showing their screens right now, how many times have you actually used Microsoft Word and you see the little red underline or the little blue underline? Has people seen that before? So that was like the first incarnation of artificial intelligence. Because if it was under blue line, it's saying, hey, your sentence has the wrong grammar. You probably want to change it to something else. Okay, so that was basically the beginning of artificial intelligence. Now there is a plugin. Now, for those of you that use Chrome or even Bing down here, this little blue green little looks like a little tidal wave, you can have these things called extensions. Does everybody understand how to get an extension? So we're going to be covering several extensions today. So I would say right now, if you don't already have it, go ahead and go to the three dots on Chrome, and they've changed where the extension where you can access the extensions right here. Before you had to go to under settings, but now they've moved it to where it has its own little button, and then you want to go and go to visit the Chrome Web Store. I already have this extension, but I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I don't. So if you liked what you saw there with Microsoft Word, there's another extension out there that's called Grammarly. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and find that extension and then go ahead and install that extension. What Grammarly is the exact same thing that like you see in Microsoft Word, but it is whenever you're on the web, whenever you're on a website. So if you're writing a blog, if you're writing an email, like in like say in Outlook, or it's not Outlook, but like say Hotmail or Gmail or something like that, Grammarly will help you correct your grammar. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to my version of Grammarly. So I'm going to go to manage extensions, and I'm going to look for Grammarly. And what you want to do is once you have it actually activated, you want to turn this little blue button on. And you will see that it will appear up here as right next to my right next to my search bar. So what Grammarly is going to do is going to help you correct your grammar whenever you're doing anything online. For an example, if I were to, let's say, if I were to go to LinkedIn here and I started typing something, let's say Jack went up the, and I'm deliberately misspelled, Grammarly is going to actually say, give me a suggestions of what it is supposed to be. So this is the first step in your AI journey, is to actually go ahead and get that one extension. Now, whenever you get this extension, one of the things you definitely need to do is that you need to go in and make sure that you have the right settings, because Grammarly is a British extension. So by default, it's going to be in British English. So it's going to spell theater as in THEATRE. Center is CENTR. So you need to make sure you switch it over to American English, assuming you live in America. Okay. So after we get through Grammarly, now we're going to go into probably the most common. I'm going to close all of these windows because I don't need all this leave. I don't need all this stuff up in here. So now, by a show of hands, who in here actually uses Grammarly? Okay, Sam does. Okay. So therefore, again, this is something that's going to really help you out, because when we get to Chat GPT, which is what we're going to be covering next, you will see that Chat GPT sometimes uses poor punctuation. So Grammarly is going to correct Chat GPT. So let's go ahead and go to Chat GPT. So I'm going to assume most of you guys already have this. If you do not, go ahead and sign up. There is a free version and a paid version. The free version is called ChatGPT 3.5. The paid version is more updated. It's called ChatGPT 4.0, and that is as of the time of this recording of this video, because who knows if there's going to be a 4.5 or even a 5.0 coming out soon. So once you create your account, go ahead and log in. You go through this exact same process. You'll create your email, then you put in your password, you'll create a password, and then we can go ahead and log in. So as you can see, your screen would look something like this. If you got the free version, it's going to be 3.5. Also, I want you to kind of be aware of this logo right there. That logo is that same little logo you see up here on the tab. Is that like a little intertwined set of strings? And whenever you're using ChatGPT, the first thing you want to make sure that you're doing is you want to be very specific in what you're looking for. What do you want it to do? I do a lot of blogging. I do at least one blog a week, if not two blogs a week. And oftentimes I would write my blog, or at least the initial draft, using ChatGPT. Now, chat could be, you can use chat to create your outlines of your courses. It can also be used to do, say, a product description that you're going to use on your sales page or on your web page. It can help you write the content for a sales funnel. It can be used at different types of promotions or websites that you do. As an example, I told y'all earlier today that I just created the course for 2 weeks from now. It's about how to become a non fiction author. Here is today. Here is a chat that I wrote earlier today. And essentially, I just said, hey, write an outline for a 60-minute course, which would be a one-on-one meetup course on becoming a first-time nonfiction author. And here is the outline that it gave me. Section 1, which could be about 5 minutes, welcome an icebreaker. Section 2, understanding nonfiction writing. Section 3, the writing process. Section 4, editing and refining your manuscript. Section 5, navigating and publishing the landscape. Section 6, marketing the book. 7, Q&A session, and then Section 8, a conclusion and next steps. As you can see, for me to type that in, it took me probably 20 seconds to type that in, and then the result came out in like 20 or 30 seconds. Now, this is just a general outline that you can use. This is just one way of using ChatGPT. Here, I'm going to start another chat. Zeus, what kind of business do you run?
I'm a video production company, so I create promos,
Okay.
Commercials, tailored style edits for businesses and brands.
Okay. So I'm right now, because I'm just using Zeus as an example. So I said, write a 500 to 700 word blog and creating a promo ad for a physical. Now, what kind of objects do you run ads for? Like T-shirts or what kind of stuff?
Yeah, it could be like a product, like apparel companies, or even like personal stuff, like for podcasts and things like that. But yeah, we could just do like products, like a product, like a hoodie or a shirt or something like that. That works.
Okay. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and I'm just throwing this out there. Is write a 500 to 700 word blog and creating a promo ad for a T-shirt or hoodie. Hit enter. And let's see what it does. So define your brand identity. Part 2, we identify your target audience. Oops, This one in. So notice I was very specific in when I was asking for on this particular blog. And hello, Sophia. And so right now, what I can do is I can go up here and I'll go in and highlight the entire blog, the entire result, and go all the way here to right after the word title. Hit Control C. I'm going to start a new Word file. And then I'm going to just paste it in. I'm going to use the paste using this middle one here so I don't get all that background stuff. So there we go right there. And I go put my cursor anywhere and we see we have 570 words in this blog. So right now I've got the template for a blog or a template for an outline or a template for something along those lines. So whenever you're using ChatGPT, you want to be very, very specific whenever you're creating yourself. This is why I gave this a small range, and I also a numerical range. I also said a blog. Other things that you use ChatGPT for, and ones that I've used is write. So for those of you that were not here at the very beginning. I told some people that, or I told Sam that I was starting to write an email campaign that I'm going to be using on LinkedIn so that I can actually do a first degree connection, so I can reconnect with those people and tell them basically what I am doing right now as far as my services. Now I've lived in Raleigh, North Carolina for just under 2 years, and before that I lived in Las Vegas for 18 years. So what I ended up doing is I asked it a question. So let's go ahead and look at the actual question that I asked. So I start off by saying, or is it write a 3-message sequence to reconnect to someone on LinkedIn that is a first level connection to eventually tell them about my business, consulting business, to help them increase client acquisition and client retention. That was my request. ChatGPT came out with here's message number 1. And then it said, here is message number 2. And then here is message number 3. Okay. And then I said, well, I'm going to go and actually show you exactly what I'm doing. And Sophia, you're probably going to get this email just so that you know. Is I use something called Social BFF. And in Social BFF is I will go ahead and go here. And I will show you an email sequence that I'm using on Social BFF. This is my automation that I use to connect with people on LinkedIn. This is one that I'm running right now, but let me show you one that I was running before when I was using Sales Navigator. New to real estate, life coach, business ownership, right? That one there is normally when I'm looking at my stats. This is not AI, but this I'm going to show you why I'm doing something that I'm doing right now. Is I sent a connection request to over 1,000 people, and this was message 1, this was message 2, and this was message 3. So message 1, there's 552 that went out. Message 2, 562, and message 3 is 557. And then I look at my acceptance rates and response rates. So what I'm doing right here is I'm using 3 messages because I'm testing which one is the better one. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay, so therefore, going back to ChatGPT, is I'm starting a new sequence that where I want to have one of 3 different emails going to these people. So you saw that I asked it for a 3-message campaign. So let me Alt Tab back. So you see that was the invitation to connect. And then if they did not respond, these were the sequential messages that would go out in 1 day, in 2 days, in 3 days, in this case, 4 days later. So these are the sequences that are going out just so that I can get a response from them. So what I went back to do this morning or right before this call is I went back to ChatGPT and I asked it to write 3 messages. So you'll see you got message 1, 2, and 3, but there's no variations. So then I went back and says, write 3 variations of each message above. And therefore now it came variation 1 for message 1, variation 1, variation 2, and then variation 3. So now you can see with this, I can now start making a campaign much like this one here. Does this make sense without having to do all the hard work? This is just AI doing your work for you. and then message 2 and message 3 would be here. So what I ended up doing is going back to, let me go back to that one right there, go back to my campaigns, and then I'm going to go under draft campaigns because I've not launched this yet. Okay, can't launch it that way. So continue creating. So if I were to go to Chat GBT, I was going to look at my 3 messages that I have going out. You can see I have test A, test B, and test C, and these 3 are the exact same messages that I got from Chat GBT. After this class is over, I'm going to go back and reread these messages to make sure that they actually look good, and before I actually launch that campaign. Again, all of this was created just using AI. Okay. Any questions so far? Because we're just at the beginning of the chat stuff. So when you're beginning to use things like Chat GPT, you definitely want to make sure that you're asking for something very specific. You can ask for any kinds of things. Again, let's just use Zeus, as he says, that has his camera on. Right. What is something you're working on right now, Zeus?
I'm working with an apparel company. It's like a hoodie that converts into like a backpack. So I mean, I use ChatGPT to help me write scripts and things like that. So I do use it for that. Um,
A project helps people. So again, I'm just throwing this out there. Write 3 titles for a project that helps people with hoodies in their in promotions. So again, chat can be used for so many different things, and I would even suggest that whenever you start writing the stuff over here, is once you start having that chat going, is then maybe to also go in and refine. Like, you know, if you're writing the marketing campaigns for that, then you can write up the like 5 titles, or you can have it recreate that, or what have you. So again, chat is extremely powerful. Now, there is another one out there that is known as Bard. Actually, let me go and um, go back, because I told you I would put all the links in here. So let me go here. Now, there is another one out there known as Bard. Bard is pretty much the same as ChatGPT, but this is just a Google version of it. So it's called Bard.Google.
is this one free?
Yeah, Bard is free. So, and you will see if I were to go back to chat, because I want to give you an example of something. So I'm going to log back in. Um, Now, somebody, Zeus or somebody else, what is a topic that you would like to do a test blog on? It doesn't matter what the topic. No problem, Lewis. Thank you for joining us.
How to buy a franchise.
How to buy a franchise? Okay. Write a 500 to 700 word blog on buying an existing. What kind of franchise?
Service based.
What kind?
Service based. Service.
Like what kind of service?
Senior care.
So I just hit Control C, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops. Go back to chat. Control C. And we'll go back to chat. That's the first time I've ever seen an image in a blog. Oh, that was Bard. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control C so I can copy all that content. I'm going to open up my Microsoft Word document.
Unknown caller.
Okay. Put that in there. File. New. Go to Bard. Control C. Okay, so if we were to look at these side by side, this is the one with Bard. Bard's got the one with all the bullet marks, while chat doesn't are all numbered. So as you can see, these are the exact same request on two different content creators, and you'll see that the content is not the same. The senior character is rapidly growing sector driven by aging population. And there's a surge. Well, it does talk about age in the first sentence, basically. But you'll see you'll get something similar, but it's going to be different. So if you're not completely liking what you're seeing on one platform, I would suggest that you go to another platform. So Google Bard is another one that you can use. Now, did y'all know there's even a third one out there for content creation? We'll go over that one real quick as well. So we'll go back to this, and this one is known as Bing Chat. Let me see what the website is. Don't believe that one's it. Okay, I've got it in my notes. Let me upload my notes real quick. That's the wrong one. So the problem, we have too many files open at the same time. That is still the wrong one. Okay. Well, there is another one out there that is a Bing Chat. We're actually going to be covering this because Bing is also when you create images. So we will cover that in just a moment. So are there any questions at the moment so far? Okay, so besides ChatGPT and Google Bing, there is another plugin that you can be using whenever you are working on your AI, and it is a plugin that actually is specifically for ChatGPT. It's called AirPM. That is another Chrome extension, just like we talked about Grammarly. We're going to now go to another extension called AirPM. So what you want to, again, you want to go to your extensions and visit your Chrome store, and you want to look for this one called AIRPM. Some of you guys may like it, or some of you may not. I would suggest installing it. It is free. That you can actually add this as an extension to your to ChatGPT. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is this is it right here, ARPM for ChatGPT. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on because I have it turned off right now. Oh, there it is right there. So I'm going to turn it back on. And I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to start a new chat. And then I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to sign out. Never mind, here we go. So what AirPM does, it gives you additional prompts that you can use for ChatGPT. As of right now, I think there's over 4,500 additional prompts that you can use. So if you're using the AI a lot, I would suggest getting this turned on so that you can do things like, say, if you're writing a blog that's going to be SEO optimized, that's going to be SEO optimized, you would probably want to use this version of AirPM to help you with your blog if you're not using a WordPress website. So you can human read 100% unique SEO optimized articles. So again, these are all the different plugins that you can use. As you can see right now at the very top here, there's 4,596 different prompts that have been saved. So this is just another extension that you can use to help with your ChatGPT specifically. So I would definitely suggest that you have that turned on. Now, if I were to go, okay, I'm going to skip that one. Now, if there are other websites that we're going to be covering today. So we're going to be covering the next one, which is called Write Sonic. Control C. The Write Sonic is something that has a few different features. Now, Write Sonic, if we go to the pricing before we get started with anything, we do have there is a free version as well as a paid version. As you can see, that there is a free one right here. You can get up to 10,000 words per month, and it uses the model of ChatGPT 3.5. You can get more expensive versions, or if you're going to be doing a lot more writing. And these are some of the features that comes with the free versions. All this over here on the left-hand column. Now, Write Sonic has three other sister sites, and these are all going to be. One is going to be called Chat Sonic. Another one is Audio Sonic. And the next one is going to be Photosonic. Now, what is the difference between the three of these things here? Now, Write Sonic is going to help you create your SEO as well as write articles. Now, the Chat Sonic is going to be for if you have chat bots on your website. A chat bot is basically just like with this little guy here in the lower left-hand or lower right-hand corner. If you have questions, your version of Chat Sonic will be able to respond to those prompts. So if you have a website that's going to be a lot more, let's say, tech side of things, the Chat Sonic would be extremely helpful to you. They also have, again, they have the Photosonic, and the Photosonic is where you can start creating images. And then the Audio Sonic will actually have 20 different voices that you can use or subscribe to, male and female, where you upload something like a PDF and then something that has words on it, and it will actually turn that into an audio file. So it would be like somebody describing it for you. So with these different parts of Write Sonic, you can actually have all kinds of new material, all kinds of material created for you on your behalf. For an example, let's say on Photosonic, from what I read yesterday, you can create 2 images per prompt, and the cost is 200 words. So if we're going back to pricing, I believe when you have the free account, you have 10,000 words. Let me see, what does it say here? Yeah, you get 10,000 words per month. So as you can see, you may realize that the free version is going to be will be kind of limited, but at least it's a way that you can toy around with with the AI, just start getting your own getting your own stuff out there. As you can see, there's Photosonic there, 100 AI templates. If you have things that needs to go through Zapier, and they speak in 30 languages. So that is Right Sonic. The next one I want to talk about is one that's called Copy AI. So Copy the AI is essentially there is a free and a paid version. So we'll go into pricing first. And we'll probably do all of these websites as for the pricing first. As you can see, you have a free version without all these pop-ups. You have a free version, which you get. I don't not exactly sure what one seat is. It's probably one account, and you get 2,000 words in chat, and then you get 200 bonus credits. So if you're not doing very much writing, Copy AI would be great. The free version would be great. However, then it goes up to 36 a month, all the way up to $3,000 a month from what I can see on their website. You can have unlimited chats, what it was saying right down there, and then everything else is going to be is going to be writing copy for you. So this is another version of kind of like a Chat GPT. Now this is going to be more human based, so it doesn't look as long. So this is Copy AI. So e-commerce workflows, as you can see there, and also generative AI for you right there. The next one the next content creator website is what is known as Jasper. So this all here is just written content websites. We'll go over other stuff here in just a moment. So Jasper AI, there is also this is a paid website or a paid version, but they do offer a free trial. So if you're looking to have somebody to help you with your marketing materials, the Jasper AI would be probably one of the ones that you definitely want to take a look at. Now we're going to go into different kind of search engines. The first one that we're going to be talking about is something called Perplexity. So let's show you what this one does. So Perplexity has a free version as well as a paid version. And essentially what Perplexity is AI is basically an AI chat bot. So what this basically is going to do is, let's say you're wanting to have, basically you're trying to create a conversation and you want to learn more about that. So the example that I created yesterday was how many micro planets are in our solar system. As y'all probably well know, Pluto is no longer a planet, and I can go ahead and I can have it actually give me a search engine result. As right now, there are 5 officially recognized dwarf planets in the solar system. They are Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. So how many dwarf planets? Oops, somebody's trying to come in. Let me let them in. Have moons. And therefore, if you're doing like research or something like this, Perplexity will be one great way for you to be able to use this content in order to actually get more and more involved in your research. The next one that I want to talk about is Perplexity. Make sure I give you all the notes. The next one is called Lexica Art. Now, I've just started playing around with this one as of yesterday. So this is going to be is where you can actually find images or create images. The only thing is with Lexica, you cannot use this in any kind of a money making device. So you can't use it. You can use it for a blog, but you can't use it for, like, say, the cover art for something. So Zeus, tell me something that you like in nature.
In nature?
Using the green lighthouses, but tell me, give me something in nature that you like.
Let's go with like just like a rose.
Okay. So right now it's searching. So as you can see, here's things for roses, or you can actually have it actually generate one for you. So these are the green lighthouses I did yesterday. Half dozen. Let's just stay with the green lighthouses. So just for the sake of time, when this is what I wrote up yesterday: tall green lighthouses near the shoreline with a sailing ship in the water. That's the prompt that I put in yesterday. These are the images that it's created. So Lexica art can be used to create these unique images that you could use on your website or wherever. Now, obviously, whenever you download these images, you can download them, obviously. If you need to trim or adjust them, you can use another website called Canva. So you can adjust them to fit into whatever kind of parameter that you want. So that is Lexica art for your search engines. The next area that I want to get into is something known as photo creation. Obviously, Lexica art could fall into this category as well, and manipulation. The first one I'm going to talk about is called Playground AI. Now, I've only been playing around with Playground AI for a short while. It is a little complex. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you start getting used to it, you can start creating all kinds of things. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of these are images that were created on Playground AI. This is free, or it's free and paid, so you're kind of limited to the number of images that you can create in any one week. However, you can use this. Now, I want to go ahead and go to my profile. And the first thing I had is draw a picture of a female warrior with a battle axe fighting two monsters. So these were basically three different variations of that same image that I was working on at one time. The second image, or third image technically, that I asked was a fox drinking coffee in a cafe. So these are all my own creations. And then I created, when I did this one, I was asking for 4 variations of a robot on a computer with a galaxy in the background. If I were to go to my website, as an example, go to my blogs, and I were to scroll down, exploring the creative power of generative AI. So I used that as a blog photo. I also wanted to talk about a balancing act, the entrepreneur's guide to work-life harmony. The blog was mostly written by ChatGPT, and that image there of the woman doing yoga in a business outfit with a tie on a yoga mat was all done on Playground AI. If I were to go to Playground AI and scroll up, you will see the image right there. So Playground AI is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tool. Now, if you're doing this for blogs and you're using Canva, for an example, if you're using Canva to work with your images, now the best idea on Canva is to go to create a design. This is mainly for blogs and posters. Is to use this one here, the presentation 16 by 9. It's also 1920 by 1080. If you're in Playground, if you're going to be creating a new image, I'm going to go and create something right here. is I'm going to go and delete these. These are images that I was playing around with yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these. And somebody in the chat, put down an image and try to be descriptive of something that we can play around with right now here live. It doesn't matter who says anything. If nobody's said now, while somebody's typing something, you'll see that you have a height and width. Now the the maximum is 1024, and the height is also 1024. That means that's going to be a square. Since we're going by 16 by 9, which is also 1920 by 1000, and you will see that we cannot do that size of image. So what I have done mathematically is at 1024 for the width, the height is going to be actually 602. So I'm just going to put on 602. Now that's going to make that rectangle there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Nope, nope, go back. I'm sorry. 602. And the first person said a small chihuahua chasing the African American youth. Okay, thank you, Sophia. And before I hit the create button, I'm going to actually scroll down. You can't really see the bar here, and I'm going to have it actually create 4 images. Now I have the free account. Okay. Now I'm going to hit generate. Now sometimes this will take a little bit of time for it to generate. And before I do that, I'm going to go over here where it says filter. You see right now there is no filter being applied. And Sophia, go ahead and give me one of the filters once I pull them up for this. Juggernaut, Real Viz, Zavi, Night Vision. You can just use the first word, Sophia. And there's a whole bunch more filters that you can use.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is get an illustration for a book, so it might be pixel art.
Okay. So let's, I don't know if that is, I want to go ahead and put pixel art. Okay, that's what you just said. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. And you'll see it's going to take a few moments to actually, for it to actually, what do you call it, configure. And you can see that it adjusted the 600 or 602 down to 600. But we're going to go ahead and we'll get the 4 different versions. And then with this, we can erase things. We can move things around. We can delete ones that you don't like. You can have it regenerate. You can play with, you can just keep playing around. Just like what we said at the very beginning with ChatGPT, you want to make sure that you are very specific in what it is that you're going to be wanting it to create. Any questions at the moment while we're still having this thing, while this thing is still rendering? Okay, so I'm going to go to the next section and then we'll come back to this one because this may take a minute or two to actually render. Outside of a playground AI, there are other ones out there. Another one that y'all could use is something known as Dolly or Dolly 2. Control C. Dolly is actually a paid is a paid version. This is that they don't give you a free account on Dolly, but again, you can. This is still just another image manipulation a piece of software. Besides Dolly, there are other ones out there as well. The next one is going to be Midjourney. This is probably the most known one. A lot of tech people are going to be talking about that one there. So with Midjourney, this is a paid only version, and it does create the images that you're looking to create. For another one besides them, of course, we've already talked about Lexica Art. We'll go to another one called Crayon. And let's go down here, make sure we have it in there. Oops, I must not have copied it. Control C. Now, again, with Crayon, this is a paid version as well, but it has a very, very low cost. So let's look at the pricing first before we go into everything. So with Crayon, you can start off with $5 a month, billed yearly. So it'll be $60 a year if you go to the low paid one, or this one here for $20 a month to get a lot more images. Now with Crayon, it is another website that is going to be is that you can go in here and say, what do you want to generate? Now I'm going to put in the same thing that Sophia wrote before, and then we'll compare that to Playground AI. So Control C, Control V, and now this is going to take 60 seconds to create, and it's going to give you 9 different images. So while that one is going, we can scroll down further, and you will see some other interpretations that it came up with. Okay, and there's your picture, your drawing one. And so we're gonna go back up here. Expect the time 1 minute. So let's go back to Playground AI to see if it has created anything yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the first one up, and I'm going to enlarge it so that we can see it. Or the second one. Or I'm going to move these around so we can kind of view them a little bit. So out of these 4, Sophia, which one do you like the best?
It would be, see, none of them, the dog isn't chasing the boy in any of them, but I would take the upper right.
This one here? Okay, so if you like that
Which
one,
is
you can go ahead
closest.
and hit what's called publish. I mean, obviously you can make changes. Boy and dog running together. And then scroll down and you can publish it. Now you can either make it public, or you can make it where it's only for you. So I'm not going to make it public, so I'm just going to hit the word publish. Now I can view the image, I can view the link. So if I could say just view image, you see a new tab just opened up. And I can right mouse click, and I can say save image right onto your computer. So as you can see, a playground is one that you would want to continue working with. So Sophia, you may have to reword your prompt a little bit so the dog is actually chasing the boy, because the way it was worded, chasing an African American youth. I believe you might even be able to move that dog to another location as well in this. And this was just a fairly simple drawing. Now going back to
That would be
this one.
great.
And so these are the 9 images that came up on Crayon. It was just the 9 Chihuahuas.
Mhm. Yeah, there's
So
there's only a youth in one of them, and it's not. So it's interesting.
again, these are just tools and things that you could play around with. I'm showing you. I'm right now just showing you the free versions. And I mean, so you could go with some of the other ones, or just keep playing around until you start getting something that you like. Now that those are some of your photo sites. Now let's go into audio AI. The first one I want to talk about is Audio Sonic. As y'all remember, that is still part of the Right Sonic. That is one there. So if we were to go to the Right Sonic, go back to Right Sonic, we can go into the audio version of this. Let me see if I remember where it's at. Now with the audio Sonic, it's going to be, let me check my notes. What this does, what it does, it turns your written word into actual voices. And I think we already talked about that a little bit. On Right Sonic, they have 20 different voices to choose from, and then they can and it can translate up to. The cost is 200 words, or excuse me, the cost is 20 voices, load up to 2,000 words. Takes a little time for it to load, and there's a free account where you can get 20-second recordings. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you one that I actually recorded yesterday. So I'm going to turn the share sound on. So this is a audio file that from the first paragraph of one of my blogs. I'm going to put it right there, and I'm going to go and double click on it.
Introduction. In this day and age of small business growth, one of the most important aspects of small business is customer service. One can say that good or bad customer service could make or break a company. This is especially true in today's modern times. Introduction. In this day and age,
So y'all heard that.
Introduction.
And so let me go and turn the share sound off. So y'all heard that. Now, if I were to go back to get to one of my blogs, the first one here, and basically all I did was I uploaded that paragraph into Audio Sonic, and that's what it read. And it did that within just a few seconds. So if you're looking to have audio, like audiobooks or audio content, Audio Sonic is one way that you could go. Another one that you could use, and this is the one that I'm looking at using very soon, is called 11 Labs. Labs IO. Now I know Sophia is an author. Now, Sophia, do you have an audio version of your book? No? Okay. Well, anyway, let's I'm going to go and get this this paragraph. I'm going to hit Control C, and I'm going to go to 11 Labs, and then we're going to do text to speech or speech to speech. So what I can do here is I will go in here and I'm going to go and just replace that and Control V. Again, this is just this blog, the second paragraph in this blog. I want to use Arnold's voice or anybody else's voice. Here are the different voices that you can do. Let's use Dorothy's voice. Let's do. I'm assuming y'all did not hear that, so I'm going to go back to sharing my sound again. Oops, sorry about that. So I just turned on the share sound. We're going to hear anybody's voice. Doesn't matter which one that I pick. I just put in that second paragraph. Let's go and put this. Use Emily's voice. I want y'all to hear. Let me know if you can hear this. So since you're the only one with the camera on, let me know if you can hear this.
Never mistake motion for action.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear that.
So let's go ahead and pick Emily as the default voice. The voice settings. We can you can adjust the different settings. You can also, I believe, a multilingual, so you can also pick different languages, and I believe on this one you can actually even pick accents. So if I were to go ahead and have that generate, this is another blog about customer service, and I am referencing Tony Hsieh, the founder of Zappos.
Today, I'm going to be talking on the significance of customer service, a cornerstone in every business, especially for small business owners. In the realm of exemplary customer service, one company that stands out is Zappos. In this post, we'll explore the importance of providing excellent.
Anyway, you can hear that was created within just a few seconds. Now, with the paid version, this is just the free version. With the paid version, you can upload your own voices, or even actually upload your own voice. So if you have written a book and you thought about creating an audio book, instead of trying to stand in front of the microphone and re-recording it, you can have AI make your audio book for you. How amazing is that? So, I mean, for people that have other kind of content that they want to make into audible audio content, 11 Labs, in my opinion, is probably the best place to go. Now, I did see somebody download, and when you're creating your account, it says that you can only use your voice or voices that you have permission to use, that you have the authority to use. A gentleman I know here in the Raleigh area actually got James Earl Jones' voice and put it and got his face talking, and then he created his own content. It is amazing what AI can do. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely crazy. Now, so that's 11 Labs. Now, there's going to be another one where this is going to be a voice to text. There's one that's called Fathom. This is a Zoom extension. Okay, so I'm not sure if you have to be on the free version or you can do it on. I know you can do it on the paid version. I don't know if you can do it on the free version. So whenever I log into Zoom, Fathom will actually, if I turn it on, it will translate the entire Zoom call for me. Now here's another one. This is going to be for social media. It's something known as My AI. This is through a website known as Now Site. I'm going to go ahead and put my link in here. This is my affiliate link. And today is December the 15th, to give a date on this thing here. Okay, so this is a paid site. Now this is how you can use your social media or to do most instant social media posting. So again, I am a member. That is going to log into my account. And Now Site can create not only your landing pages, your sales funnels, your web pages, as well as all your social media postings, or some of your social media postings. And they're getting more and more powerful. So I'm going to go hit the escape button so I can hide this little floaty thing. Okay, so Sophia, give me a topic that I can, an idea of a topic that I can possibly post on social media. I'm just looking for ideas, so we can keep this kind of unique.
The importance of mindset and being productive.
Okay. So I'm going to I'm going under this little link up here, and I'm going to do a caption plus a suggested image. The suggested image I can change out. I can use these. These are not going to be copyright infringements by using these. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that there. I'm going to use my AI profile. I have 4 different AI profiles that I've created. I'm going to be, what is the objective of this social media post? It's going to be, it's optional. In this case, it could be inspire, entertain, educate, or promote. Let's go ahead and just say inspire. A business profile, I'm going to use my Kevin A Dunlap one. And then what kind of tone do I want? Now I could use all of these or just a couple of these. Let's call it persuasive as well as friendly. And the topic is Today is a great day to getting things done before the end of the year. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in English and hit it generate. Now this is going to take about a minute for it to actually do anything. So let me make sure I can touch the button. There it is, so touching the button, and it will show up over here on the right-hand side. Now, what it's going to do is, since I've got my LinkedIn, my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter/X account connected here, it will give me almost immediate access to whatever it is that I am wanting to actually promote. So again, we'll give it a minute for it to create the social media post. Now, because Instagram and Twitter have shorter limitations that you can post, it will give you alternate versions for each of the 4 platforms. But it will be the same image and it will be the same kind of a topic. Okay, so here it is. So you see Facebook is here, Instagram is here, LinkedIn is here, and X is here. And let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. As entrepreneurs, we stand on the precipice of opportunity every single day. With the year drawing to a close, now is the perfect moment to harness our potential and make impactful strides. Remember, it is not about how much time we have, but how we use it. Let's commit to competing, let's commit to completing those pivotal tasks and setting a strong foundation of the upcoming year. Hashtag business growth, hashtag year in success, hashtag entrepreneur mindset. So I'm going to zoom back out a little bit, and you will see that this is on Facebook right now. This is the post that's going to go on Instagram. This is the post that's going to go on LinkedIn, and then that's the post that's going to go on Twitter. Again, I can't change the image. I'm going to just leave it as is because of the lack of time. And what I'm going to do right now, I've not touched anything else. I'm just going to hit this get started button. I'm going to start with Facebook. And Sophia, we're friends on Facebook, so you'll be able to see this in real time if you were to go to my profile. So let's go ahead and get started. It's telling me this is what I need to do. Notice it's already downloaded the images into my downloads folder. And this telling me what I need to do. I'll just go ahead and hit the word post. You'll see a new tab just opened up. I am logged in on Facebook. I'm going to go here, and now I'm going to hit Control V. I did not hit Control C because it's already been copied to my clipboard. So I hit Control V, and then I'm going to go over here and hit Images. And I'm going to go to my downloads. There it is right there. Facebook is at 12:45, 2023 at 4:17 p.m. So that was about a minute ago. Hit open. Post. And once it posts, it will be so you will be able to see it on my profile. Now it's probably taking a little bit of time because we're on the Zoom call right now. So if I were to go to my profile, you'll see it right there. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go to Instagram, hit get started. It's telling me the steps I need to go through. Instagram photo has already been downloaded. Hit the post button. Instagram is now being loaded in the next tab. And I'm going to hit plus, post, select from the computer. Instagram has already been downloaded to my downloads. Hit the next button. Hit the next button. My caption, Control V. You'll see this is a slightly different content. Hit share. Okay, so I'm just going to close that out. Go to LinkedIn, get started. That's telling me the directions I need to go through. The LinkedIn picture is now in my downloads folder. Hit post. Start a post. Control V. Image. Get the LinkedIn photo, even though they are all the same thing. Hit next. I could change content if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Hit post. Okay. So I'm going to go and X that out. Goes to X. Get started. It's telling me what I need to do on X. Go here, hit Control V. Go to images. Pick the Twitter one. And as of this moment, I see that Sophia has already liked my Facebook photo. So there you go. So that's AI. That's using my AI to do your social media posting. It takes longer for the AI to create it than it actually does to actually post it. So this is amazing. Now this is just the basic thing what my AI does. My AI. Okay. I need to get to the bottom. You can also go here and you can go ahead and start creating your own one-page websites. Now, the negative thing about this one is that everything is going to be at now.site. So basically, you cannot have any other subdomains. Everything will have to go before the .now site. So here's one that I created when I was first playing around, and I called this Kevin A Dunlap 2. And I asked it to draw basically a real estate, a realtor's website in Raleigh, North Carolina. This website took probably 45, maybe 60 seconds to build the entire thing. And therefore, my AI or Now site is also your CRM. So if you're having trouble building websites and you're looking for, like, say, a one-page website or a sales funnel or whatever, Now.site would do that for you. So you don't have to worry about learning how to do WordPress or build a Wix site or anything like that. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to be a lot more involved, where you have subdomains or other pages on your website, then this may not be the best tool. But you could at least use this to create the template, and then you copy that stuff over to your other website. So this is how you use AI to build a complete website. I know we're getting a little short on time, so let me go and speed up a little bit. So now we're going to get into video editing. So the first one I want to talk about is one that's called Video AI. So Video AI, essentially, there's a free and a paid version for Video AI. So we'll go check that out real quick. I didn't need to do that. You get the pricing. Video AI, there is a free version, and then there's a $216 a year version. And essentially, what Video AI does, it will cut your videos down in length. So if you have, like, say, a 1-hour video, this will help you cut it down into maybe 10 5-minute videos. So Video AI is AI basically doing your video editing for you. There are a few different websites that do something similar. Another one is called Opus Clip. And again, with the pricing, Opus Clip there is a free as well as a paid version. And again, what Opus Clip does, it's actually it cuts any long video down into 10 specific smaller videos. So this is great for if you've got a recording of something you did on stage or something you did like that, and you want to create those into usable snippets. Now, one of these is, let me see which is one. I forget that one of these two only goes directly to TikTok. Let me see if it's this one. You cannot have a watermark on there, which is meaning that you don't have your watermark on there. And I'm going to go with the third one. Is called Munch. And their URL is getmuch.com. Now with Much, this is AI. This is an AI version only, and right now they only have one pricing plan as of the time of this recording of this video, which is kind of wild because there was a search our plans and they only have one plan. So again, this is another platform that's going to be able to shorten your videos into multiple videos. Another one that we're going to talk about is text to video. So let's say you have a book or workbook and you want to change that text into an actual video, not just audio, but this is going to be video. This one is known as Synthesia. Now, I was heavily impressed, when I was reviewing them yesterday. I know some of y'all have seen those, obviously it's animation, but I'm going to go and show you a little sound bite.
Hey, I'm Alex, and this is what an AI avatar looks and sounds like. Create a free AI video and see for yourself.
So that was an example of this. Now we're going to go and play the 2-minute version.
Hey, I'm Alex, and here's a quick Synthesia product demo. To begin, choose from a wide variety of fully customizable video templates. Then, select your preferred AI avatar. Now, type in text in over 120 languages.
And choose a narration style or local accent.
Next, start editing your video.
So I'm going to ask y'all, what do y'all think about this? Personally, Zeus or anybody else that's got their microphone. I mean, with this here, you check your avatar, whichever avatar that you want. You upload your own text, and they will read it for you with that image talking. What do you think about that, Sam?
It's interesting.
I mean, to me, this is absolutely nuts. that this kind of stuff is out there. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple of more things. We got 4 more AI tools that we're going to be going over. Now, this one is for podcast hosts, and of course, other people could use it, but this is the one that's known as Listener. So let's go ahead and look at that one. So Listener, this is to elevate your podcast post-production process. So I know Sophia used to have a podcast. I don't know if she still has one. I used to have one back in 2017 and 2018. But what this thing here is, with Listener, this is a paid-only thing. It can create your titles for you, your descriptions, do all your show notes, all from the audio file of your podcast. So you have a complete transcription as well as show notes, which is basically the same thing. And then also have and it'll also write your descriptions for you as well, all just from your podcast, your actual show. There's another one out there that is similar. It's called Descript. So we also have this one called Descript. Now, Descript will actually go into your podcast, and when you play it, it will take out all the ums, the uhs, the ers, all the filler words, any kind of if somebody's saying the same word back to back all over again, kind of like a stutter, it will take all of that stuff out for you. Now, when I had my podcast in 2017 and 18, it took me hours to edit a 45-minute show. Something like this will get it done in seconds. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is one more is one more, what do you call that thing? A plugin, extension, excuse me. This is going to be for YouTube. It's called Glass. Now, I've not looked at this in a little bit, but again, it is going to be an extension as a Chrome extension. And essentially, this is what it's going to do. It's only for YouTube. So what you want to go up here, go to your extensions and go to visit the Chrome store or manage if you've already got it. And you look for one that says the Glass, G-L-A-S-P. I don't have it. Okay. So what Glass does is it's going to go and combine your the YouTube video with ChatGPT. It's a go-between between the two. So I'm going to go ahead and just add to Chrome, add extension, and you'll notice that little intertwined thing there, and the red thing. That's the ChatGPT version. And if I installed the right one. I thought it was green before. Okay, well, there it is right there. It's turned on. So essentially what's going to happen is I'll go to YouTube and I'm going to pick a video, any video, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to do this more as an interview. Let me see if I can find an interview. Okay, let's do this one.
If you step over here, I can process.
That looks more like an Instagram video. Let me just do interview. And normally what's going to happen is I'll do this one here with the eye contact. It's 9 minutes and 39 seconds long. If I were to go to the actual page, you should see the transcript summary. This thing should have shown up. I'm going to go ahead and just click on that. So right there, that 9 minutes and 30 second video has now been transcribed here on the right hand side. So this is the whole different video, and then I'm going to go to chat, hit the ChatGPT, and it should. Oh, there it is. So there's the whole transcription. There's the transcription of the YouTube video, and then what it can do then is also there's the whole transcription, and then at the very bottom here are the show notes for that 9 minutes 39 second video, all done in just seconds. To me, when I saw this, I mean, I was astounded. Just what kind of stuff is out there. Now, that's it as far as the content goes. Hopefully you guys learned a lot from this. This is a lot more than just how to use ChatGPT. I wanted to make sure that you guys really are aware just how much AI is out there and how you can start using this in your daily lives. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.